And good morning, all my C++ students. Welcome to our lecture on loopity loops. We are talking about the while loop and the for loop. And now I'm recording my lecture, so those of you who missed the lecture will be able to access it on YouTube. Are you happy? Hello? Happy? Anybody? Anybody want to unmute? Right, so let's go back to my shared screen now. And I am looking at the loops in C++. So my while loop has a condition that specifies what needs to be done when a block of code needs to be executed. And if I look at this example, it says I'm starting int I equals 0, and I have a condition while I less than 5, and I need to do something. Similar thing happens with the for loop. So if I look at the structure of the for loop, I have a starting point in the for loop for the statement 1, and I have to increment my loop, and I need to stop at a particular point in my loop. So if I look at this block of code, it says for int I equals 0. That's the starting point of my loop. I is less than 5. That's the ending point in my loop. I plus plus, that's where I'm incrementing or I'm increasing my loop. Let's have a look at it. So there's the example. It says include IO stream using namespace int main for, that's the starting of the loop, int I. Every loop variable must be an integer. You can make that as a rule. Whenever I'm counting, I always count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I don't count as 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Right? So, right? So I count as 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, in programming, we tend to count from 0. So if there's nobody in the room, there's 0 people in the room. If there's 1, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, right now there's 5 elements in this loop that's displayed. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So my starting point is 0, my ending point is 4. Now, what would have happened in the loop if I changed I to be I less than and equal to 5? Right? Let's try that out. And I'm going to try that out in my online compiler. So this is how we code. Let's open up my online compiler. And my online compiler is C++. There we go. There's my online compiler. I'm quite happy with that. Right? I'm happy with that. Let me open up my online compiler. Right? Include IO stream. Right? So now I've got, let's make it beautiful. Beautify my code. And let's run the code. Run the code. Compiling. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. There's my question to you. What would happen if I make I less than and equal to 5? Talk to me. Let's see who's been following the while loop. Anyone with an answer? What would happen if I make I less than equal to 5 before I compile the code? Anyone with the answer? Yes, S and Gobo, answer. What will be the output? So what will be the output? 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, S and Gobo, it's looking good. Looking good. I don't believe you. Let me see if I run the program. Let's see what happens when I run the program. Right, let's see if S and Gobo is right. If I run the program, I'm running it without the less than or equal to 5. It goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, now I'm going to make it less than and equal to 5. Let's run the program. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, yes, well done. Let's give him a clap. You know, if we were in my class, I would have given you all a clap to S and Gobo. Well done. Where are you, S and Gobo? How did you know that? Did you do this before? S and Gobo, say something. I'm going to put my video on. There I am. Yay. Hello, hello. S and Gobo, can I see you? All right, well done. Now, we did it in our previous lesson. That's correct, S and Gobo. Very good. But in our previous lesson, we did it with a while loop. We did not do it with a for loop. So now you learned something that it's very similar to what happens in my for loop. All right? So that's an important point to consider. It's very important. Now let me change it. What if I change my I is equal to no longer 0? I'm going to have it starting from 5, and I'm going to say less than equal to 10. Anybody with an answer before I run the code? Anyone with an answer before I run my code? I changed the starting point. I changed my starting point. I is equal to 5. I less than equal to 10. I'm going to run the code, running, compiling, compiling, compiling. It now starts at 5. It increments by 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? All right, so let's copy this and paste it into our WhatsApp group. I'm going to copy and paste into my WhatsApp group. Edit, copy. Right, so there's that's right. That's how it looks. Let's go back to let's go back. All right. Now let's change it a little bit more. We notice that it's I is equal to 5, I less than equal to 10. What would happen if inside the loop I increment I? So I'm saying I plus plus. That means I is also increasing inside the loop. It increases in the loop where I is equal to 5, and it increases in line number 18. So I'm going to run it in line number 18. Anybody with an answer? So I've changed the program now. I've made it a little more complicated. Anybody? Talk to me. I've changed the program. I'm going to copy that and paste that into the code. What would the output be? Right, what's the output? I want to know what will the output be. What's the output for the code above? Daddy's talking. Good boy. What's the output for the above code? Anybody? I'm waiting. Talk to me. Anybody? What's the output for the above code?
Please.
I feel like I'm talking to myself over here. Unmute yourself. Anyone? Hello? Yep. Hi, yes, talk to me. What's the output of the code? So it says, sir, can we also decrease the value? Yes, you can decrease the value. Yes, you can. But right now, I want to know what would happen if I change the value of I inside the loop. Inside the loop. I'm changing the value of I inside the loop. Let's run the program. Run the program. Compiling, compiling, compiling. So it only displays 5, 7, and 9. So what happened inside the loop? When it ran the program, it took the value of 5, it displayed it in line number 17. Then in line number 18, it incremented I by 1. So now I became 6. Then I went to line number 19 and I went back to line number 15. So it says, is 6 less than equal to 10? True. It displayed the value, which would have been 6. But if you look carefully, it has to increment the value of I. So 6 plus 1 is 7. I displayed that in line number 17, which is 7. In line number 18, it increased it once again by 1. So now I have 8. It went up to line number 15. Is 8 less than 10? True. It increased it by 1. It made it 9. It displayed 9. In line number 18, it displayed 10. It increased it by 1. So now it goes back to line 15. 10 is less than 10. True. But what happens? 10 is increased by 1 to 11. When it's increased to 11, it now displays, it can't go anywhere, it can't display anything. It has to come outside of the loop. That's the end of the program. You like the program? Do you like the program? Yes or no?
Sorry, sir, please explain that again.
Oh, who spoke to me? Who spoke to me? I'm so happy. Who spoke to me?
It's great day, sir.
I beg your pardon, who is it?
It's great day, sir.
Great day. Oh, great day. Yeah, okay, right. Let's go through it again. Great. Now for you, I start at line number 15. The value of I is 5. 5 is less than 10. True. It goes and says, hey, that's cool. 5 is less than thing. Starts it off and it displays it. I'm happy with that. But the problem is in line number 18, the value of I is also incremented once again. So it becomes 6. Then it goes to line number 19. It says go back to the top of the loop. And it says 6 is less than equal to 10. True, true, true. But what happens is it increments it by 1 in the loop header. So it now becomes 7. Then it displays 7 in line number 17 on a new line. We did this \n last week, Thursday. Then it says, oh, I'm happy with that 7. It goes to line number 18. In line number 18, it increments it by 1 again. So it now becomes 7 plus 1, which is, great day, what does it become?
8, sir.
Correct, it becomes 8. Now it goes and says, in line number 15. Is 8 less than or equal to 10? True, 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 true. So it says, hey, in line number 15, I must increment it by 1. So it increments it by 1, and 8 plus 1 is 9. It goes inside the loop, and grade A in line number 17, what does it do? It goes and outputs 9, correct. In line number 18, grade A, what happens? 9 plus 1?
Is 10, sir.
Correct, 10. Now it goes back to line number 15 and it says, okay, 10 is less than or equal to 10. Yeah. But it also increments it by 1. So you don't know this happens in the background. It actually makes it, and says, I'm happy with that 9 plus 1. It goes into 10. But it cannot display that because the loop only runs for I equals 5 all the way up to 10. Okay. I know it takes some getting used to, but all you need to know is I is equal to 5. That means it starts at 5 and it ends at 10. Or if I say equal to, it includes 10. Right? It won't go more than that. All right. The problem arises in line number 18 where I is increased within the loop. Okay. Right. Let's take another example. Let's take another example. Let's go back to C++, the editor, the loop. So let's go to an exercise. Use a for loop to print yes 5 times. So anyone with an answer out here? Here's an exercise. I'll put this in the chat as well. Let's put this in the chat. With an answer for me. Use a for loop to print yes 5 times. Come on, talk to me. Anyone with an answer? This is going to come out in your test. By the way, I'm going to have an online test for you very soon. And I'm also going to submit an assignment for you, a project. But we'll talk about that in due course. So let's try the answer. So here I'm going to have the word for, and here I'm going to say I plus plus C out I. Let me submit the answer. Use a for loop. I say show the answer. I made a mistake. Yay! I forgot to put the word yes inside there. All right, I forgot to put the word yes in there. Let's try another exercise. Exercise 4. Stop the loop if I is 5. Anyone? Let's show the answer. Oh, so I need a break in there. Let's do another exercise. Exercise 5. In the following loop, when the value is 4, jump directly to the next value. Oh, I don't know. Let's show the answer. Continue. All right. Let's go back. All right, so I'm going to stop at that point because I've done 2 loops with you. I've done the while loop and I've done the for loop. Okay, let's just briefly go over the while loop now that we know what the for loop is all about. In the while loop, there's an example. It has a starting point, and the starting point is declared above the while loop. It has an ending point, and that is declared in the loop header, so the while loop header. And within the loop, I go and increment the loop. or I change the value of the loop, or I make it different. Okay? It's the same thing or similar thing that happens with the for loop. I have a starting point, but that's in the loop header. I have an ending point, less than equal to 10, and I also increase or increment the value of I. Okay. With me? Hello, 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 hello. Ah, there's a nice question here from Alma Sonda. Alma Sonda says, sir, what if we increment by 2 in line number 18? That's a very good question. Alma Sonda, let me do that. So I'm going to say I is equal to I plus 2. So that's how I change the value twice over, right? So that's how I'll increase it by 2. Let me go and run the code. Compiling, compiling, compiling. Oh no, what did it display? It displayed 5 and 8. So it displayed the first value, which is 5. It added 2 to that, which is 7. It went up to the loop header. It increased it by 1 to 8. Displayed 8, added 2 to that. Oh, it says it's equal to 10. I've got to stop. That's the ending point. And those are the only 2 values that it displayed. Okay. All righty. Well done. Nice question, Masonda. I like your question. It is kind of confusing. Yes, Mtiani, it is kind of confusing. That's studying programming, man. Okay, I like that question. Oh, I like the little hand thumbs up. I'm also going to put a thumbs up. Right, now S in Gobo said, can we decrease the value? Yes, we can decrease the value. So we're going to decrease the value. And let's say plus plus, I'm going to say minus minus. And now I'll have to start at 10 and I'll have to go down to 1. And I can't say less than equal to, I must say greater than equal to. All right. So this is for, so there we go. Let's beautify the program a little bit. Do some indenting. And let's run the program. Compiling, compiling, compiling. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! So right, it's actually more than that. There's a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Thank you for that question. Let's start from 5, then you can see the output as well, right? 5, and let's go run it again. It starts at 5 and it ends at 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Thank you for that question. That's a very good question. So the loop goes in reverse. Right? The loop goes in reverse. Right? I like that question. I like that question. I like that question a lot. Right? I like that question a lot. I could also do that with the while loop as well. I could go in reverse, huh? But can you see when I'm reversing everything, I got to start, the starting point has to be higher than the ending point. All right, I think I'm going to end now. Can I end? Can I end my lecture? Right, I need a break. It's 12:30. We started at 12. I'm going to end now. Can we put our video on? And we'll take a photo. Come on, let's take a photo. Put our cameras on. I got some lovely guests at home. We can take our photograph. Come on, put your camera on, please. Pretty please with the sugar on the top. Don't be like that. Hello. Ah, come on, put your camera on. Please. And I'm taking a photograph. I'm just going to take a photograph just like that. Come on, put your camera on. Hello? Anybody there? Okay then. Goodbye. Goodbye. You want to see my friend who's studying?
Bye, sir.
Okay, bye. Let's walk and say you can in Kwabe, right? I'll show everybody. Here's my students here. Come and show you my students, right? I want to show my friends are here, right? This is how I teach. No, that's fine. That's fine. No, you just come this way. Then you that right like over here, right? There's in Kwabe. She put her video on. In Kwabe, wave to us, please. Hey, there we go. There we go. Yes, Gumedi, are you there? Yes, Gumedi. Ooh, that's a big video. Whoa.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Okay.
Sharp.
Now they came to do some work for us, and I had to stop them from working because I'm having a lecture with you. What do you think of that now? Huh?
It's good.
Oh, okay. Put your camera on, please. Who else? Let's take the spotlight out. This is how I do online lectures, right? Okay, come and show you my other room as well, right? Normally I have my lectures in the kitchen and everything, but I take it now. Let me go show you Mr. Rajan Murugan, right? I'm walking to another room. There, Mr. Rajan Murugan is studying. He's gonna be there, Mr. Murugan. There's my student in Kwabe there, right? We are on MS Teams, right? Wave to the.
Bye.
Oh, hi. Right. Oh, okay. My daughter's also studying. She's writing exams tomorrow. Daughter, say hello quickly. Oh, she doesn't want to say hello. She's shy. All right, in Kwabe. What? Okay.
Hello.
Let's go. Oh, hello. Say hello to Raj. Chef, say hello. Chef, say hello. Okay, right? All right. So what I'd like y'all to do now is, let me go back. I want you to go over the while loop and the for loop. Okay? While loop and the for loop. So homework, so note the differences between the two. What happens in the while loop and what happens in the for loop. But also note the similarities between the two loops. For instance, it has a starting point, an ending point, and it increases within the loop body. Okay? All right, everybody. All right, goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Bye, say.
Bye. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.